Right now, Claude Fable 5 is offline, the best model Anthropic has ever built. It launched Tuesday. By Friday evening, dead, not a bug, not an outage, the United States government is ordering it killed. The company that triggers the kill? Amazon. The same Amazon that has $13 billion in Anthropic. The same Amazon that hosts Anthropic on its servers. The same Amazon that sells a competing AI on the same platform. September 2023. Amazon puts $1.25 billion into Anthropic, March 24 and $2.75 billion more. November, another $4 billion, that is $8 billion. This year, $5 billion more, with up to $20 billion tied to milestones, $13 billion committed, up to $33 billion total. In exchange, Anthropic names AWS its primary cloud provider and primary training partner. Over 100,000 enterprise customers run Claude through Amazon Bedrock. Anthropic commits $100 billion in AWS, spending over 10 years. But here is what Bedrock actually is. It is Amazon's marketplace. Claude sits on it, so does GPT, so does Amazon's own model, Nova. When you use Claude through Bedrock, Anthropic gets a royalty. When you use Nova, Amazon keeps everything. 80% of Bedrock customers choose Claude, Amazon builds the shelf, Anthropic is the best seller, and Amazon wants you to buy its own brand instead. 5 days ago, Tuesday, June 9th, Anthropic launches Fable 5, their fastest, most capable model. 1,000 hours of external red teaming. No universal jailbreaks found. Fable ships with dedicated safety classifiers that route dangerous queries to a weaker model. Anthropic notifies the government multiple times before launch. No objection. 2 days ago, Thursday, June 12th, Amazon's own security researchers run a jailbreak test. They find a narrow technique, essentially asking the model to read a codebase and identify software vulnerabilities. The same technique works on GPT 5.5. It works on other public models. Amazon CEO Andy Jassy picks up the phone. He calls Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. He calls other senior officials. At least 5 other companies also call. By Friday morning, the White House is in emergency mode. The administration tells Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei, fix the jailbreak or pull the model. Amodei says the finding is minor. He refuses. 5:21 p.m. Friday, Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick sends Anthropic a letter, export control, the same legal tool used for weapons and chips. No foreign national may access Fable 5 or Mythos 5, including Anthropic's own non-American employees. Anthropic cannot verify citizenship at the API level, so they do the only thing the order allows. They disable both models. For everyone. Worldwide. That is where we are right now. This is not the first time. 3 months ago, March 2026. The Department of War designates Anthropic as a supply chain risk, the same classification used for foreign adversaries. Anthropic says the real reason is simpler. They refuse to build mass domestic surveillance tools. They refuse to build fully autonomous weapons without restrictions. The government wants Claude without guardrails for military use. Anthropic says no. A federal judge agrees. On March 26, Judge Rita Lin grants a preliminary injunction blocking the designation. She finds it likely violates the First Amendment, retaliation for Anthropic's public advocacy on AI safety. But the export control order uses a different legal mechanism. The injunction does not apply. The government finds a second door. Now look at Amazon's position. Investor, cloud host, competitor. The company whose CEO makes the phone call that starts the kill chain. Amazon's official response. It is not uncommon for governments to seek our counsel on potential security risks. They do not confirm or deny the call. They do not explain why they go to the White House instead of Anthropic's bug bounty. Anthropic puts it plainly. If the same standard were applied across the industry, it would essentially halt all new model deployments for all frontier model providers. A narrow jailbreak that works on competing models is not a Fable problem. It is a frontier AI problem. The government pulls one company's model, the others keep running. David Sachs, the White House AI advisor, posts yesterday. The ball is in Anthropic's court. Fix the jailbreak. Get the model back, as if this is about the jailbreak. Right now, the Fable 5 and Mythos 5 are offline. Anthropic is processing refunds. No restoration timeline. No written technical findings from the government. No public explanation of what makes this jailbreak different from the ones that exist in every other model. Amazon has $13 billion in Anthropic. Amazon's CEO calls the White House. The model disappears in 72 hours from hundreds of millions of users. That is not national security. That is leverage. Anthropic says they refuse to build something. Surveillance tools, autonomous weapons. The government classifies them as a supply chain risk for saying no. That story, what they are being asked to build and why they refuse, is the next rabbit hole.